In this video, we will cover strategies and ways to find internships for HDF majors. My name is Ashley Foley. I am the Career Education Specialist for HDF students here at the University of Rhode Island. The first thing that I always like to cover is what's in it for me? Why should I do an internship? Most of you or all of you will have this as a requirement in your curriculum as an HDF major, but really, why does it matter? And here's the reason why. Let's take a look at a job description for a care coordinator, which is a great entry-level role for any HDF major as they're graduating and applying for a full-time position. You'll notice in the required experience that it asks for 2 years of experience working with mental health disorders. As an entry-level position, how are you expected to have this experience? That answer is through internships. The more experience that you can gain throughout your undergraduate degree here at the university helps you to become a better and more qualified candidate for a role that you apply for once you graduate. Some other benefits include being able to try on a career to see if you like it. There are different career pathways within HDF that you can pursue, and internships in your early fieldwork experience allows you to sample some of those industries, different areas, in different settings. Growing your network. This is important. Getting to know the people who do the job that you want to do is going to be beneficial for you when it comes to applying for jobs in the future. Gaining academic credit, of course, in order to graduate on time or even potentially a little bit early. And also being able to find a paid internship. A lot of my students do paid internships or they pursue part-time jobs that are excellent fits for internships as well. And of course, adding those skills to your resume, which we just reviewed in the previous slide. For those of you who enjoy numbers, here's a great statistic. Job offers at that organization of where you do your internship at, 51% of those interns turned into full-time employees. So that's in your benefit to do an internship. I always like to start with my students when I meet with them to understand a little bit more about what they're interested in. And this will help you to clarify your career goals and help you to select an internship that's a good fit for you. So we would want to take a look at what your interests are. What are you passionate about in HDF? Is there a specific area or group or population that you want to focus on? What are your specific skills? What are your strengths? What's some experience that you've had in the past? What are some of your accomplishments? And then maybe some of your academic qualifications. Have you had volunteer work in the past? Do you have a scholarship based on some volunteer work that you've done that has helped pique your interest in HDF? I like to find out all of that information because it helps us to determine what that student would like to do for their internship and maybe what groups or populations that you want to focus on. To find out more about your interests, we have a module that helps you to understand your personality type. If you remember on my introduction slide, I had my personality type listed there, which is ESFJ. In this work environment type focus module will help you to determine what your personality type is, which helps you to understand more about your interests and your strengths as well. And this is important to know about yourself, which will help you to understand what you might be interested in for your industry, your area, the groups of populations that you might want to work with. And so then it's really understanding to do the research and know what you want to do for your career or for your internship. So let's take a look by starting on our website, which is uri.edu/career. From here, select Students and scroll down to reach Career and Internship Advising. As an HDF major, you fall within the Health and Health Administration cluster. If you'd like to find out more about career clusters, feel free to check out our career cluster wheel by clicking here. And Health and Health Administration has its own page. And when we click here, we've put together a lot of different resources to help you when it comes to finding an internship, finding out more about what you can do with your major, resumes and cover letters. A lot of resources are listed back here. So the things that we cover in the video today are all listed here and you can access them at your own pace. What can I do with my major? Answers that question that many of my students come to me asking. The infographics down below give a good snapshot of everything that's listed in this website, but for the purpose of this video, I'd like to take a little bit more of a deep delve to understand a little bit more about what you can do with your major. From here, hover over View All Majors and select Education and Human Services. What Can I Do with My Major is created for universities all over the country, and so you'll notice that our HDF major here at URI falls within a couple of different categories that are listed here. For the purpose of this video, I am going to select Child and Family Studies, but for those of you who are still considering what you want to do with this major, feel free to check out any of these other boxes that might pique your interest. When we select a certain box, it will break down the different area that you can focus in, employers that usually hire in that industry, and strategies on how you can break in. Let's use social services as an example. And here we can see a lot of different areas that you can pursue within the social services field. Maybe you didn't know that advocacy was a road for you, or research. A lot of psychology students are interested in research, but as an HDF major, that is something you can also consider. Employers that typically hire in that field, I love this because it opens up much more pathways that students might not have considered in the past. And then my favorite are strategies on how you can break into this field. This is a literal cheat sheet for you to follow throughout the rest of your time here as an undergraduate student on things that you can be doing, including internships, volunteering, skills that you can be gaining, and you could be gaining those skills through courses that you're signing up for here at the university, volunteer work that you're doing. Maybe that's taking a class on grant writing or fundraising, or maybe that's pursuing an internship in fundraising. And that might not have been something that you had considered in the past. But all of these are going to be great strategies on skills that you can gain now, things that you can do now to set you up for success once you graduate. Feel free to take a look through the rest of the areas that are listed here to do some more research on different areas that you might be interested in pursuing. At the bottom, there are additional resources. So as you're browsing through those areas and you start to make a list of all of those things that you could potentially be interested in, the next step is really to take a look at the Occupational Outlook Handbook. So for the purpose of this example, let's take a look at Social and Community Service Managers. This links us out to the Occupational Outlook Handbook, or OOH, as published through the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics. From here, we can get a summary on exactly what this person or this job would include. That's pay, typical entry-level education, work experience, on-the-job training, numbers of jobs, job outlook, and employment change. These are all important things to take a look at as a quick snapshot. But if you wanted to gain much more information about this, we can scroll through the tabs to get more. So what exactly that they do? Again, this is a play-by-play of exactly what you can expect to do within this job or role. The work environment that typically social and community service managers are in. How to become one is a great tab for another cheat sheet on things that you can do now in order to become a social and community service manager. Pay is important to understand what the typical pay is for individuals in this role. And I always love to take a look at job outlook. I like to encourage my students to look at positions that have a positive job outlook, and we can take a look at this position right now. It's expected to grow much faster than most other occupations. State and area data, so if these positions are centrally located in one specific area, this is great to know. And then if you're going through all of this and you say, Ashley, I like it, but it's not exactly what I thought I wanted to do, or maybe the pay isn't right, or maybe the things that I need to do in order in terms of entry-level education is just not what I was hoping to do. This tab under similar occupations allows you to take a look at some other roles that might interest you a little bit better. And so I like to showcase all of this first and foremost so you can have an understanding of what you can do in order to narrow down and take a look at different internships that might interest you. If you're still not sure what you want to do, LinkedIn is a great place to take a look at what URI alumni have done in the past, where they have done their internships, and where they're currently working. And it helps you to get some more information about potential internships that you can apply to. Let's walk through that very quickly. and that's through using the LinkedIn Alumni Finder tool. Now, if you don't have a LinkedIn page, a great place to start is by visiting university.linkedin.com. This is made by LinkedIn specifically for students in higher education, and there is an excellent profile checklist listed here. It's 2 pages, front and back, and it walks you through exactly what you should do in order to build your profile. It's super easy to use and easy to follow. Once you've created your LinkedIn profile, you can feel free to make an appointment with me virtually through Zoom, and I am happy to take a look at your profile for you, review it, give you areas to take out, to add to, and then you can have a great LinkedIn profile to use for the future. So when using LinkedIn's Alumni Finder tool, this is another tool that we can use to find out where students have done their internships in the past. So from here, we can type right in University of Rhode Island to get right to URI's page on LinkedIn. From here, scroll down to Alumni. And from here, we can see that we have almost 90,000 alumni from URI that have LinkedIn pages. There's a number of different things that we can do to narrow down some of this information, but let's take a look at human development and family studies as a major. And here we go. Let's take a look at Jody's profile. She is the Vice President of Human Resources at Tides Family Services. So Tides, first and foremost, is an excellent internship opportunity, but we can even see that somebody who's working there, Jody, who's the Vice President of Human Resources, was an HDF major at URI. What I'd like to do is to scroll down, because this is the position she holds now, but how did she get there? Let's scroll all the way down to what Jody did first. Oh, she has a very interesting career path. She was in communications, moved into corporate sales, but then started to enter into the social service or human services industry by working for a hospital organization here in Rhode Island. And so this has kind of changed her career path for her. City of Providence, she was a consultant, and now she works at Tides. So at Tides Family Services, this might be a great organization to write down for you to start to do some research on potentially applying for an internship there based on what Jody does. So now, if we create maybe a Google sheet of the different organizations that you find or the different companies that you might want to pursue an internship with, if you make a list, this is going to help you keep track of those internship opportunities that you might be interested in. Let's take a look at a quick video by my supervisor, Erica, on finding unadvertised internships here within our industry.
Hi everyone, my name is Erica Cassidy. I'm a career education specialist at the University of Rhode Island, and today I'm going to teach you how to find unadvertised internships. If you're only looking on job and internship websites like Indeed.com, you might not find any internships that match your actual interests. But that doesn't mean you should be discouraged. There are a lot of great opportunities out there for you. You just have to put in the time to find them, and you have to have a little tools under your belt, which we'll talk about today. The biggest misconception students have about the internship search is that all internship positions are posted on job search boards, and if it isn't advertised, then it doesn't exist. But that isn't true. So looking for unadvertised internships takes a lot of research and time. The first thing you're going to do is go to your computer and Google things that you're interested in. If you have absolutely no idea what you want to do for your internship, it will make the search a little bit harder. So I recommend talking to your career education specialist to help you narrow down some fields that might be interesting to you. If you have, you know that there's an exact agency where you would love to intern, there's no reason to look through those job search sites. What you should do is go directly to the agency to see if they have internships posted on their website. And you might find some really great opportunities there. Even if they don't have internships posted, you can reach out to a contact person at the placement site to see if they'd be willing to take on an intern. If you're sitting there and you're thinking, I don't know where I want to intern, but I know I want to work in a particular industry, that's still pretty easy. All you have to do is Google agencies that do the work that you're interested in scour their websites for possible internship postings. And if you don't see internship postings, then all you need to do is reach out to someone to see if they offer any internship opportunities. So for example, we're going to look up opportunities to work in the field of domestic violence prevention and advocacy in Rhode Island. So you'll see that we have a number of different agencies that come up. Let's see what we can find to see if they're offering any internships. So for this agency right here, if you look under the How to Help section, you can see that they offer both volunteer opportunities and internship opportunities. All you have to do is now follow the directions on how to apply to an internship there. If you go to this agency right here, you'll notice that they don't offer internship opportunities, but they do offer volunteer opportunities. And if you click the link, you'll find that their volunteer opportunities are pretty fantastic. What happens if you click on an agency that you're really interested in and you just can't find any information on how to intern there? All you have to do is find the contact information for the agency and reach out to them to inquire about potential internship opportunities. You can choose to call a main number, or if you can find staff members, you may decide to reach out to a staff member who is doing the exact work you're interested in interning in.
Searching for unadvertised internships is the number one strategy on how to find internships within our field. Another great resource is Handshake, which is our job and internship posting database here at URI. Let's head back to our website, uri.edu/career, to access Handshake. We're going to go back to our health cluster page. Under the tab, search for a job or internship, we have that video that I just showed you. So if you were like, hey, actually, I didn't really grasp what was going on there, feel free to head back to watch that video. Here's LinkedIn, which we covered together as an activity as well. And when we go into the job and internship section of this tab, you'll notice that there is a blue box here with specific keywords. These keywords are here listed here to help you in your search in Handshake for finding specific internship opportunities. So Handshake, if you don't already have an account set up, you can sign in using your single sign-on username and password. And this is what your homepage will look like. The more that you fill out your profile and your career interests, the better Handshake will work for you. So it's going to match you with specific opportunities based on what you put into it. So the more information you give it, the better it will work for you. But let's do a quick search under jobs. I'm going to go back to my health cluster page because I need some help when it comes to searching. I'm not really sure what to search for, so I'm going to start with some of these keywords. Let's type in health. It would help if I spelled it correctly, but thankfully, Handshake is pretty good at that. So the first thing that pops up is a full-time position that was just posted for Family Service of Rhode Island. However, I might not be looking for a full-time job, but I might want to jot down Family Service of Rhode Island as a potential place to also do some research on internships. Let's do this. Let's use the filters to narrow down to internships. And now, the next one that pops up is a mental health internship with an excellent company here in Rhode Island, Fellowship Health Resources. Many of my students have done this internship in the past, and it's been a wonderful experience for them. They take our students on a pretty regular basis, and so right here it's easy for us to understand exactly what you'd be doing in this role and how to apply. If you're not ready to apply, you can bookmark it and save it, and now these opportunities very similar will come up to this role, and also it will save it for you until you're ready to apply. So Handshake is another excellent database for you to be searching for an internship. Going back to our website, you'll notice that we have some other resources that are listed here. One of them is the HDF website to get some suggestions on potential internships to look at, as well as psychology's website. HDF and psychology tend to overlap in a lot of different segments in different areas, so you might want to look at both of those as resources. And then of course any of the rest of these resources that are listed here. If you're interested in working with children, the Child Development Center right here on campus, both in Kingston and in Providence, is a wonderful opportunity. Idealist covers nonprofit companies and organizations. And then Rhode Island State Jobs is excellent because they have a wonderful internship program that a lot of students have done in the past. Those are just some examples for you to take a look at and delve a little bit deeper into. Next, it's time to apply. And what you want to do is try to apply with purpose. And how do you do that? First and foremost is writing your resume. On our website, we have a whole section specifically dedicated to resumes and cover letters. Our resume module will walk you through how to write a resume. We've got a quick tip sheet on it if you don't want to go through the entire module. And then one more quick tip sheet on bringing in your transferable skills from previous positions and writing bullet statements. Once you've created a draft resume, we have some great examples here on our website for you to take a look at to compare and contrast and change up your resume. Once you have a draft resume ready, feel free to book an appointment with me and I'm happy to review it for you. The next important part to consider is the value of networking. We here at URI offer a lot of opportunities to do that, and most of those are through career fairs or companies who are coming here on campus to recruit. This fall, we're moving all of that online to Handshake, our job and internship posting database. They've rolled out a brand new wonderful function to host career fairs virtually. The Health Industries Career Fair is taking place on Tuesday, October 27th from 4 to 6 p.m. right in Handshake. And if you want to prepare with your career education specialist, myself, Ashley Foley, and my partner, Caitlin Broccoli, we are offering a live Q&A bootcamp session on how to prepare for the fair, how to register for sessions, and how to set yourself up for success. We're hosting that on Monday, October 19th from 5 to 7, and you can find that event right in Handshake as well. Only 3 companies are registered so far. Right now, this video is being recorded in mid-September, so we are having more companies register each day, but these are the 3 companies that are registered so far, and these are options for great internship opportunities that our students are doing currently this semester, have done in the past, and also offer part-time positions for you to be paid and gain academic credit for your internship at the same time. I'm best reached by email, but again, you can access Starfish to book an appointment with me, and I look forward to meeting with you and answering any questions that you have. Take care, everybody.